Welcome to Bible for Overcomers. So, losing my light here, I'll try to make this quick. Wisdom, knowledge, discernment. What about these attributes? Well, I know one thing. We have a lot of specialists. We have a lot of very narrow knowledge, but I don't meet a lot of people that know how to use the knowledge, know how to approach life with that knowledge and with the general knowledge that they've picked up. And how to implement knowledge is what wisdom is. And the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. That's the base case. That's the starting point. But discernment, knowing, trying the spirits, understanding who's who, what a movement is, what a spirit is, how somebody is in reality, whether they are for real or not. Discernment, wisdom, knowledge. Let's think about these things. And I just want to speak a few words on wisdom here out of the book of wisdom, which is Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 9. Wisdom has builded her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has killed her beast. She has mingled her wine. She has also furnished her table. She has sent forth her maidens. She cries upon the highest places of the city. No matter how busy life is, if we would stop and proverbially, smell the roses, we will start to understand how things work together and acquire wisdom. But we have to take time for it. There's a lot of wisdom in the Word of God. There's a lot of wisdom that God gives us just in our walk with Him in prayer. As we draw closer to Him, He draws closer to us. He starts to open up our eyes. We understand, what the matrix is. We sort of grow, do we not, in understanding the fine points of good and evil, in understanding what is known, and about some points that are unknown, that we are not to know. And God gives us the wisdom not to fret about these things. So here it says, whoever is simple, verse 4, let him turn in hither. As for him that wants or needs understanding, she, wisdom, says to him, come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live. Forsake the foolish things. Forsake the foolish people. Forsake the wasted time in our lives that we devote to foolish people and foolish things, and start to concentrate on the good, that we may grow in wisdom. And wisdom is key to helping us to get all the things that we want to get in life, to advance as we want to advance, and to mature, and to become a better servant, a better person. We need wisdom to grow in that direction. It's not esoteric. This is really simple, that wisdom comes from God. And the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. And if we would just take time to hear that wisdom cries out from every corner, stands upon the high places of the city, as it were, and cries out to us, let us look for wisdom. Let us concentrate on that. Knowledge is secondary, I would submit, to wisdom. We need wisdom. And here it says in verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. And back here, one Proverb chapter 8 and verse 11, it says, verse 10, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. So wisdom, God putting those 7 pillars in front of us in our life, no matter how we turn, there's always wisdom to gain and glean from every interaction, from every situation, whether it's about human nature, the way the world works, the way nature is, the way God interacts in our lives. There's always wisdom to be gleaned. I always pray in this order: for discernment, then wisdom, then knowledge, but each to their own. But anyway, Proverbs, book of wisdom, a lot of wisdom in Ecclesiastes, and of course in the book of Job, as well as the whole Word of God. Praise Jesus. Thank you, and thanks for putting up with this bad light here as it's late in the day.